Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. What if I guess today are 5 simple last stand tips you need to know. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys if I can make this type of video. If you guys didn't know, I mainly play last stand. I do enjoy playing the Dark Zone, but most of the time I'm either solo or with one other person, and I don't know, in the Dark Zone I feel like if I don't have like 3 or 4 people, it's not that much fun, and I don't know, I just enjoy last stand a lot more. So yeah, here it is, here's the video. I decided to make this one. If you guys do enjoy this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and without further ado, let's get right into this. The first step I have for you guys is very important, and this is something that I kind of live by whenever I play last stand, and what it is stick with a group or at least one other person. I do understand sticking by yourself and kind of like stepping away from your team and kind of flanking around the enemies, or just kind of going by yourself and getting like the enemy's home flags or whatever is fun, but whenever you're playing last stand, and especially if you're going for a ton of kills, you want to stick with a group or at least one other person, because I'm not sure about your guys' luck, but my luck, I usually run in a big group in last stand, and it's just not fair and it's not fun going against like 1v4 or whatever. So even if you're playing by yourself, try to stick to your team a little bit, and if you have like one other person with you, you kind of want to stick together and just run you know, to B or to C or to A together, and kind of help each other out, use your heals on the ground, anything like that, that will pretty much help you survive. Also, one thing I would recommend using is at least one person use a support station, the immunizer, because you're going to get hit by nades a lot, you're going to get hit by just a bunch of different things. So if at least one person has the immune station in your little pack, I guess you could say, that will help you a ton. The second tip I have for you guys is to use at least 200,000 health on your build. I do understand some people use complete firearm builds with like, you know, 30,000 damage on their assault rifles, and they're not really stacked into health or stamina. I'm not saying stack into stamina, I'm not saying that, because stamina is really bad, at least right now. What I'm talking about is just stack a little bit into health. If you have over 200,000 health, trust me, you will live a little bit longer. You will notice that you're a bit more tanky, and especially if you're going and you're getting team shotted by like 2-3 people, yes, obviously you're still going to die, but you have a better chance of running away or kind of like bringing one with you. And I don't know, I noticed that whenever I have over 200,000 health on whatever build I'm using, I do way better and I just don't get melted really quickly. Also, I noticed that most of the secret mines don't really one-shot me. Yes, some of them will still do, but most of them will just make you one-shot like really weak, so you can easily pop a medkit or your heal, and you will be good to go on your way. Up next, I would recommend stacking a ton of shock and burn resistance on your build. Get burn resistance on your backpack, your mask, and your knee pads, and also get shock resistance on your knee pads. This, trust me, will go a far way for you, because if you play a good team or if you play like semi-decent players in last stand, most of the time they have short bow knee pads on and they will bombard you with grenades. If it's shock grenades or seeker mines or just normal grenades, they will honestly annoy you and just kind of piss you off. So that's how I'd recommend running burn resistance, and this is something that even if you're playing Dark Zone, I would also recommend doing this. I do understand sometimes it's a bit hard to find a specific gear with like burn resistance or shock resistance, but if you do have, you know, a specialized backpack or refreshed mask with burn resistance, 100% use them, because like I said, especially in last stand, they will really help you out. My next tip for you guys is use your consumables a lot. This is something that I have a big problem with. I really don't do this, but whenever I do use it, and whenever kind of someone reminds me in my party, it seems to always work out for the best. So what I mean by that is use your explosive bullets, use your incendiary bullets, use whatever you can, whatever you have, use it. And this is something that, like I said, I have to get better at, and I wish it was a little bit easier to kind of consume. I wish you could kind of set like to press a button, it automatically uses your fire bullets or it automatically uses your explosive bullets instead of like, you know, scrolling on the wheel. But this is something that's really helpful in last stand. Specifically off the start, when everyone floods B, if you pop your fire bullets or your explosive bullets, it's so much easier to get kills, it's so much easier to kind of bring down everyone, because there's going to be like 4 or 5 people at once at a specific area on B, and if you have your consumables pop, it's going to be that much easier to kill anyone that you see. The final tip I have for you guys is stack a lot into skill haze. Skill haze is probably the most important thing in last stand, because the amount of action, the amount of people you're going to be seeing, the amount of just stuff that goes on whenever you're like in the middle of the map, skill haze is going to be your best friend. Even if you use a rapid chest piece to get your heals a little bit faster, or even better if you use triage, that is going to help you out a lot. But stacking skill haze, in my recommendation, I would have anything over like 35%, maybe a bit closer to 40%. But if you can stack that easily and still have over 200,000 health and still do a decent amount of damage, you're going to be golden, and that's pretty much what I use when I play Last Stand. Obviously, there are some builds that you can't really stack that much skill haze in. You know, you go ahead, use Tactician or whatever. But if you can, try to get the max amount of skill haze, you know, get it on your gloves, on your holster, on your chest piece, and stack a little bit, you know, into skill haze with your gear mods, and you should be fine, like I said. But that is pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.